Shalom. Let's start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, the moments to the apostles and Elder Millstone, salutations to the Philet, just pushing his truth across the four corners of earth, all faith, truth, and sincerity. I'm on one about that game that sitting. I just want to go into how the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, his word is it's gonna come true. The prophecies, the prophecies of the Bible will be fulfilled, and will happen. In this time, the times that we're in. We still got people. People out here that still have doubt of the prophecies of the Bible. That it's not gonna happen, this and that. But the word of the Lord says it will happen. Thus saith the Lord. Everything according to the prophecies of the Bible will come to pass, and everything of the prophecy is the time and the will of the Lord when it happens. When it comes about. That's that's the time of the prophecies to be fulfilled. That's the time of the prophecy. That's the time of the prophecies to be fulfilled. You might think, when it's gonna happen? Like folks think, folks have this mindset of when it's gonna happen. Y'all, especially the apostles and the elders of Millstone that have been prophesying the downfall of America, Babylon Great, this wicked system for years. Continue to push the word. You had those people. They'll say, when it's gonna come? Y'all been saying it for years, and this, and y'all been saying America gonna be destroyed, and I've been saying this and that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come. It's gonna be when the Lord wants it to happen. It's gonna happen. And the people that scoff and laugh at the apostles and the Ellsberg and Millstone that push the word, the prophecies that prophesied America, the downfall of America, and you're gonna see it. When it happens. Those, and you will see it. People will see it when it happens. You've seen the decline. You see the decline now. It's a matter of time for this. I said this economy is gonna eventually crash and burn. And I say eventually, like I say, you're gonna experience all hell breaking loose out here in these streets. Things are happening now, but it's gonna get worse. You ain't seen nothing yet. It's things gonna get way out of control. But then, like I say, you're gonna have the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, gonna be mandatory for you to take to buy and sell. So it's gonna happen. So, but I'm gonna get into it. The second Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah. So, that what the apostles and Ellsberg Millstone teach and push. Speak. Speak to the people of the prophecies. What's gonna happen to America, Babylon Great? What's gonna what's gonna come about? This society crashing and all hell breaking loose and so forth. What's the what's the future of America? The future of America, Babylon the Great, is doing nothing but death and destruction, nothing but chaos. It's ahead. That's what's at, to come, and more. It's ramping up. To where it's it's gonna just come all the way down like dominoes, right? Like a house of deck of cards. Just come crashing down, right? That's what America, Babylon the Great is heading to. Ain't no slowing down. You got these days is going by quick. And there ain't no slowing down. The Lord Yahweh, he's gonna make good on his word. The prophecies coming to pass. That the apostles and the Ellsberg and the brother Millstone men of the Lord are pushing week in, week out. But on 2nd Ezra 15:2, and cause them to be written in paper. Excuse me. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So yeah, so the words of the Lord Yahweh is faithful and true. It's gonna come to pass whether you like it or not. It's gotta happen, right? And it's gonna happen. Like the times of Noah. Had time when Noah was warning the people. When he got the from the word, the spirit of the Most High came upon him. To tell the people. From the destroy that world at the time with the flood. And he told Noah had Noah to build an ark as well, so that he could save himself and his family. But everybody else was that didn't take what Noah was saying seriously. Smart, they laugh and excuse me, they laugh and mock Noah. In that time, they thought it was crazy, right? But when he's getting done with the ark, he building the ark up. Almost done with it. People seeing like, what is like? Is something really finna come? When he's saying about the flood, the Most High gonna flood us, destroy this world with flood, with water, with a big flood. And about when he got done. Noah got done with the ark. That's when, Most High started sending that. It was like rain, little rain. And the people was like, oh, ain't nothing but a little rain. No, ain't nothing, no flood. They talking shit, whatever, right? But then it started getting heavier and heavier and heavier to eventually, the water just started rising up on the people. And then it was just too late. People was trying to get to Noah, open up the ark, and, it's too late. And I said, a lot of people died in that. So in these times, you got, I said apostles and the elders of Brother Great Millstone, prophesying down for America by Babylon the Great. But by this time, in this system, this world, this setup by the Edomites, the ones in rulership, the so-called white people, red people, it's gonna be destroyed by fire, and that fire gonna be by the thermonuclear missiles, and also the Lord Yahushua returning in chariots, so-called UFOs, with the laser beams, he, burning, up, up, burn things up here in this world, in this system, in America, Babylon the Great, like I say, so that's what's coming to this world, to this system. This place, America, Babylon the Great, gonna be destroyed by fire, by the thermonuclear missiles. They're gonna be shot towards America, Babylon the Great. They're gonna burn up everything you see here. And you're gonna have other countries get hit as well, but America, Babylon the Great is gonna be engulfed in flames and fire. All this wickedness and that's going on. The Lord Yahushua is fed up with it. He gonna burn this up, man. You're gonna see it. The fire is gonna be so intense. It's just, that's the anger of the Lord. But, 2nd Ezra 15:3, fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So yeah, fear not the imaginations against thee. People that say talk shit, whatever. They don't believe. So you go to the word incredulity, mean they unbelief of the apostles and elders of Brother Great Millstone that teach the word of the Lord. They don't believe what they saying. Y'all been saying this for years and years, and it still ain't gonna happen. Ain't nothing happening for real. It's just little stuff here and there, but where's the big boom? Or they look for something major to happen, which is gonna come. And when it does happen, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? When the big, you looking for that big boom of the prophecy, you look for the, the haymaker, as you want to say, you know, that's gonna come about. Shit, you gonna be dead, Like I said, Apostle Ellsberg and Millstone, they just warning, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, it's all about the elect getting sealed, and you know, and to be delivered, man, get the hell up out of this, to be delivered, and to have mercy by Lord Yahweh and get up out of America, Babylon the Great, because what I'm saying, this ain't it, what I'm saying, this ain't the place to be. This is hell, what I'm saying? This ain't no place to be a joy, there's a lot of just wild stuff going on, man. A lot of, homosexuality. They promoting that on TV and on, in schools with the kids and this and that, and, social media, and telling you it's okay to be LGBTQ, and, they pushing in the NFL, now you got male dancers, like homosexual, like, dancing, like, people say they don't want to see that, like, it's just they pushing it, and it's vexing. It gets to a point it's it's pissed you off. I'm saying it piss, especially men of the Lord, and I say that really within their spirit they really be pissed off a lot of stuff that's going on in this wicked system, man. It makes you just want to do something that I ain't gonna say, you just want to go crazy, you know what I'm saying, because it's vexing, it really just it irks your spirit, it's just too much. But I'm gonna get this precept to go into that. Second Ezra 15:3, Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Matter of fact, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just finish it off. I just finish it off, and I'll just go to 2 Ezra 15:4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So those that don't believe what the apostles and Elzenberger and Millstone say, they teach the word of the Lord, your unfaithfulness, and not believing Lord Yahweh, not believing what the apostles Elzenberger and Mill telling you, not repenting, and believing in this truth of the word Lord Yahweh that the apostles and the elders and brother Great Millstone teach. Hey, you're gonna die in your unfaithfulness. All right. So you're gonna have a lot of, like I say, 2/3 Israelites. Hopefully I'm part of the righteous number. Hopefully I'm part of the 100 for 4,000, 1/3. Hopefully Lord Yahweh have mercy upon me. I keep going and just keep doing videos, and keep doing what I can. But keep my faith. But a lot of Israelites that don't believe in what the apostles of Ellsberg, Brother Graham Millstone say, a lot of Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino natives, going to be destroyed. 2/3 Israelites, so, that's the times that we're in. You got judgment going out here, now, of Israelites, but I say it's going to get way worse, man. It's going to be like, where it's going to be so overwhelming of deaths out here in America, in these streets. It's going to be bodies and bodies in the streets. Like, that's what I mean, like, no funerals. And the scriptures going to I ain't gonna be no, it don't say funerals. I forgot what Asher said, because I know where it's at. But it ain't gonna be like no funerals to get the bodies prepared, and to have a funeral. It's just gonna be dead bodies out here in the streets, man. It's gonna get crazy out here. It's gonna be too crazy out here for that. To mourn and all that. You just gotta keep moving. It's gonna get too wild, so you gotta try to survive. But that's how bad it's gonna get out here eventually. You see it in the movies, how they predict, how things could, how society can completely just go from, everything's all right to not being all right. So, and that's how Lord Yahweh gets you. You know what I'm saying? You think that, one day everything's cool. everything's okay. And then the next day, or it could be that same day, then boom, something happened. Or the next day, boom, you wake up, something is just, everything is just out of control, right? So, that's the times that we're in. But I'm gonna go to Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Verse 4, Romans 3:4. The Most High forbid, yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mayest be justified in that sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So so I said, the lawyer, how about saying y'all don't care if you don't believe. Hey, if you don't believe, hey, that's you. But hey, you gonna be destroyed. you know, you don't repent and you don't believe the truth that the Apostle Elzebur Great Millstone teaching, and come out the ways of this world, the mindset of this world, and cleave unto the Lord Yahweh Shai. You're gonna be destroyed. That's all it is. You don't believe in Lord, you wanna give yourself to this system, and to the Edomite system, so-called white people devil, and be a slave, be under this system and not under the wisdom and knowledge of the Lord Yahweh Shai. You want to be under the philosophies and you want to be under the philosophies and the lies and deception of this world. That eventually leads to a dead end, right? Death and destruction. What is it gonna lead to? It's not gonna lead to you for salvation and deliverance. The only way for salvation and deliverance from the mercies of Lord Yahweh Shai is the truth that the apostles and the elders, Brother Great Millstone, teaching, and it's for the Israelites only, for the so-called Negro Latino natives, not for all the other nations. Only the Israelites, only the elect, the Israelites at this point, because 2/3 of the Israelites of the so-called Negro Latino natives are completely gone. You can't save them, man. At this point, their brain is what it is. It's just nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell them none these days. You can tell them something, they just go crazy. Ain't got time for it. It's all about the elect in these times right now, and just just hopefully, just like I said, me myself first and foremost, keep the faith unto the end. And things gonna get way worse than it is right now. But and go to Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So Lord Yahweh Shai, his word, his prophecies is gonna come to pass. The prophecies and the word of the Lord, the scriptures that the apostles and the elders and Berger and Millstone break down and teach, and week in, week out, it's gonna come to pass, and it's gonna prosper. You're gonna start seeing things happening here and here and there and there and there. It's just leading up to, you see the build up, right? What you're seeing now, things that are going on, you're seeing the build up to something, the great judgments of the Lord Yahweh Shai. That's what you're seeing now. Things are building up to the great judgments of the Lord Yahweh Shai. That's gonna happen here in America. Babylon Great is gonna be, things that's happening back to back. Boom, 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 boom. Death, 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 death. That's how serious it's finna get. Lord Yahweh Shai not for playing no more games going forward. You see, I ain't playing no games now, but it's gonna get like boom, boom, boom. Like things are gonna be happening. It's gonna be like, it's gonna take a lot of people. It's gonna be overwhelming. It's gonna take a lot of people by surprise. Like, why is this happening? Why is all these people dying and this and that and the economy crashing, and people gonna be losing their money, and they can't have access to their money unless they got the chip, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. It's gonna be mandatory martial law troops in the streets. You got Trump already sending the National Guard into cities because of the I guess they say the uptick of violence, whatever, right? So we getting there. We're gonna see how long this goes with the National Guard, but just what I'm saying, the timing, like, okay, no president, Joe Biden didn't do this like when he was in office. You know what I'm saying? And the other president did this to bring in the National Guard to 19 states, if I'm not mistaken, and to stop violence or whatever, right? So you seeing it's like a ticking time bomb. Like, folks finna just getting fed up because I say everything is high. Folks really ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Things just is outrageously high right now. People could barely afford this or that. Food. I mean, just needs at this point. Like, forget wants, needs. You barely can afford your needs, right? But it's gonna get so out of control that, like I say, you're gonna have martial law in the streets. I say, well, you less got the National Guard now, but it's gonna get to where it's just gonna be, they're gonna have it just all around, right? Going to this verse, Ezekiel 12:25. Let me see. I guess I just ended off of this one. Let's see. Hold on, make sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Ezekiel 12:25. For I am the Lord Yahweh, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, would I say the word, and I will perform, except the Lord Yahweh. So Lord Yahweh, when I said the Apostle Elzenberger and Stone, they teach the word, they prophesy, they tell you what's about to happen. They push the word of Lord Yahweh, the spirit of Lord Yahweh is on the Apostle Elzenberger and Stone to warn you what's about to come to America, Babylon Great, before it happens. There's no other group, Great Millstone, the men of the Lord, they're pushing it, that, consistently warns you about what's about to happen. Ain't no other group, what I'm saying? Now, you might have, other groups that, saying that that's not of Great Millstone, but they push the word too. But like I said, the apostles of the Great Millstone consistently push it, warn you, and teach, and so forth. So when it happens, it's gonna be. And it said, I shall no more prolong, because it's gonna happen in your days, in these times, right? O rebellious house, you rebellious Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives, that keep playing around, and what I'm saying, and just out here, just doing foolishness and acting crazy, ain't got no type of self control out here. A lot of so-called Negro Latinos and natives out here just wilding out, man. Especially these young ones, young white, the young ones, the young YNs, what you want to call them. They out here just, what I'm saying, wilding out too, man. They don't give a damn, So Lord Yahweh, he's going to bring down his great wrath and judgment of America. Babylon is going to be horrific, man. He's not gonna be playing more around. He's gonna perform. He's gonna perform his word. You're gonna see it happening right in front of you in real time. So I think that's all I wanted. So yeah, I didn't want to make this too long. So again, I just want to go into that. So again, like give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, to the pause others, to the sisters and brothers, to the free Aquawaf sisters that do listen. Keep the faith in Yahushua. Keep fighting with that. I say shalom.